We always hear about the negative stories around sports, not just in the NFL. It's always great to be able to talk about some of the more positive things that the athletes do. And they do a lot of positive things out there in society that don't get the credit they deserve. And one of the guys is Emmanuel Acho. He's a linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. And as we've been telling you, that he made a young lady's dream come true who asked him to the prom via social media. And Emmanuel right now joins us on the phone. Emmanuel, hey, first of all, man, thanks for joining us on the show. I'm happy for what you did. How did this all come about? When did you first see the message from this young lady?
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me. Real quick, so the season had just ended abruptly, obviously going into December 9-3, thinking we're going to have a long playoff run. Season ends abruptly. I go to Arizona to visit my brother. My brother's saying outside linebacker for the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in Arizona, sitting on the couch hanging out, and I get a DM from a young lady. And now I oftentimes get DMs, direct messages, and it could be from a fan or from a heckler alike, simply just putting in their 2 cents on how they think I am as a player. But this one was unique because it simply read, hey, if I get 2,000 retweets, will you go to prom with me? And so I look at it and I think, oh, this is interesting. But I obviously start to think 2,000 is a little too attainable. Let me give her a number that I know she won't get. And so I counter back and I say, hey, if you get 10,000, you got yourself a deal. Well, 3 hours go by, and I look back on my Twitter. She has over 15,000 to retweet.
Wow!
And at that
how many followers does she have?
At the time, she only had 300.
Wow!
So I figured, hey, I'm safe. Now she has closer to 2,000. But at the time, she had only 300. I figured I was safe. 3 hours go by, she has over 3,000.
All right, and so when she comes back, she says, okay, it's time for you to pay up. What was your how did she...
So she simply came back on a separate DM with a screenshot of her initial tweet, which said, please retweet, and it had our conversation dialogue. And then under the screenshot, it had the amount of retweets. And she sent it back to me when it was at 10.9. And so I looked at it. I said, well done. I don't know how you did that. I'll get the details on the prom later.
Look at that, 17,000 retweets right there and favorited over 3,500 times. All right, so you show up at her school. She has no idea you're coming to her school. What she told she's coming to the principal's office? How did that come about? What happened?
So this is where the story gets good. After I commit to go to the prom, I want to find a way to surprise this young lady, Hannah, and make it a special event for her. So over the last month, I plan to go to her school. I would go to Northern Virginia, leave from Austin, where I'm studying sports psychology, working on my master's. I'd go to Northern Virginia. I'd surprise her in class on Friday. I already had a documentary that I was going to show in class. And after watching that documentary, boom, I'd walk in, surprise her. Everything would be great. Well, Thursday night, 11 p.m., I'm watching the news in my hotel room, and I see that school gets canceled. So I instantly call in audible, sudden change, something you're used to in football. I talk to the Eagles. We talk to the principal, talk to Hannah's mom. We have Hannah's mom tell Hannah that she has to go in, talk to the superintendent to get approval for me to come to prom. So the video that many people have seen and the video that's gone viral is a video of her turning the corner after she had just concluded the meeting with the principal. She's turning the corner to now go talk to the superintendent. And as soon as she turns the corner, she sees me with the Eagles prom 2015 jersey in hand. And that's when she just loses it and starts crying.
That is such a great story, man. The reaction is priceless. This young lady, she's crying. I'm wondering, when you see her reaction, how did that make you feel?
See, that's what people don't realize in all of this is just how much it's touched me as well. And the bigger picture is the athletes, we hear the fans, we see y'all, and we understand what y'all say. And although we don't get the time to respond to each and every one of the fans, they play a vital part in our success and in our lives. And when I finally got to see her break down, it truly dawned on me that, man, I can really impact somebody's life because of the role I'm given. And therefore, it's my job to positively impact those around me.
That is so outstanding, man. You have become one of my favorite players in the NFL just from this interview. Before I let you go, let me ask you a football question, though. The Eagles, some needs in the draft, maybe Marcus Mariota because of his connection, Oregon, your head coach there. How would you feel about Marcus Mariota actually being the quarterback of your football team next season?
So that's a good question. There's so much going on around where will Mariota go, who will take Winston, what's going on with Foles. And honestly, Nick's one of my best friends on the team, and he's a true competitor. And so right now, I'm just looking at who we have and what we have now. And right now, we have Nick. And so, it's my job to make sure the defense is ready, the defense is set. I have to figure out what my role is going to be. Is D'Amico Ryans coming back? Is he not? Am I going to go in as the starter? What is all going to come out of this whole thing? So I know Mariota's a great player. I know Chip says he's one of the best he's ever coached. But at the same time, I know, Nick was a Pro Bowl MVP just a year ago when he's healthy. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for me, and I won't just jump off that bandwagon, and hope for the next best thing right now.
Wow, a great teammate and an outstanding guy. Emmanuel Acho joined us here on the Rich Eisen Show, Eagles linebacker. Emmanuel, thanks so much for your time, man. Best of luck with everything. And once again, thanks for what you did for that young lady and what you're doing for the NFL in general.
You got it, Mike. Thank you.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.